How's it going, people? As I'm sure most of y'all have noticed, we haven't gotten a home-based status report this week yet. So for today's video, I sort of made a homemade home-based status report. Before we jump into it, I did want to give everybody a reminder that the new BR season is going to start on June 9th, which is in 2 days. There have been some leaks in regards to the new season, which I'm not going to go over in this one, but I do plan on streaming the Battle Pass on YouTube as soon as it gets released. And I think after that, we'll stream some BR on Twitch, just to show what the new map looks like. If you do plan on getting a new Battle Pass, be sure to use creator code A1 if you'd like to support the channel, because that's like one of the best ways to support this channel. So don't forget to use creator code A1 before you buy the new Battle Pass. There's also like a little video that they had, which I'll go ahead and show now. Looks like you see a couple of the new skins there. So yeah, just wanted to give y'all a heads up that the new season is going to be coming out in a couple of days, and we will be taking a look at it. And the last thing I want to mention in regards to the Battle Pass is I believe we're going to get the new Save the World starter pack when the new season starts. So I believe we'll see that in a couple of days as well. And for those who missed it, I believe it's going to be Clip, or a different version of Clip, in this new Save the World starter pack. Obviously, once it becomes available, we'll take a look at it. But I believe that's going to be released with the new season as well. So since we didn't get a status report, just wanted to give y'all a heads up as to what you can expect this week and next week. First thing I want to do though is go over the new Survive the Horde weekly challenge. In the last home-based status report, Epic Games only mentioned the weekly challenges for week 3 through 5. But there was a leak a few weeks ago that showed us all of the weekly challenges for week 3 through 6. And in that leak, week 3, week 4, and week 5 were all correct. So I'm assuming week 6 is going to be correct as well. But again, Epic Games hasn't mentioned it yet, and there could have been some changes in between then and now. But this is most likely the weekly challenge you'll see for Survive the Horde later tonight. I should also point out that there is a chance that week 6 could be delayed until next week, because as of right now, there aren't any rewards for week 6. So just wanted to point that out as well. It could also be delayed until next week. It could also come out with the new BR season, which is in a couple of days. So just wanted to point that out. It may not be tonight, it could be in a couple of days, or it could be delayed until next week. So in this tweet, which I'll leave a link to in the description, they said for week 6, we're going to get the Unstoppable Husk modifier. This is going to make the Husk immune to crowd control, so stuns, slows, and knockbacks will not affect the Husk. And the decoy cannot be activated, so you're not going to be able to use decoy either. This week is also going to have the Echo Punch modifier, which causes the Husk to deal affliction damage. But assault rifles, snipers, shotguns, SMGs, and pistols are all going to deal more damage. So for this one, I would just recommend using the Xenon bow, because it's already a really good weapon to use for Survive the Horde, and it's going to get buffed this week. And when it comes to wave 14, 15 with the mini boss and smashers, you may just want to stick with the discharger. Any type of stun, decoy, as well as slow field, I believe, all of those aren't going to work this week. So you may want to switch your gadgets. You may want to keep your distance and also use cover. That way you can avoid that Echo Punch modifier that deals affliction damage. Another thing I should point out with this weekly challenge is that there's also a chance we could get the second Save the World spray as a reward from the week 6 Survive the Horde. Technically, I guess we could also get it on week 7 if there is a week 7. But I feel like there's a good chance we could see that second spray later tonight after it refreshes. And here's what that spray looks like. You should be able to complete this on any difficulty. It doesn't have to be a power level 140. Just make sure you complete that weekly challenge and you should be able to get this spray as a reward. And that's pretty much everything I know when it comes to the new week 6 Survive the Horde weekly challenge. Like I said, none of this has been confirmed by Epic, but we also didn't get a home-based status report this week, and I just wanted to let y'all know what you can expect to see. But yeah, that sums up everything we know about this week's Survive the Horde. As for the event and weekly store, I believe Chromium Ramirez is going to be returning later tonight. She's a really good hero when it comes to increasing your reload speed. So if you don't want to put a reload speed perk on your weapon, or if it just has like a really slow reload speed, you may want to use her as your commander. And not only is she supposed to return tonight, but Diecast Jonesy is also supposed to be returning tonight. And I would strongly recommend that you get him. He's one of the best heroes when it comes to dungeons, and he also has one of the best miniguns in Save the World. And I believe that's everything we're going to get this week. We're going to get Diecast Jonesy, Chromium Ramirez, and the Unstoppable Husk Survive the Horde modifier, as well as a Save the World spray from it as a reward. For those who don't know, I believe the new Venture season is going to be Blasted Badlands, and we're supposed to get it on June 21st. There wasn't any news in regards to next week's Survive the Horde modifier. I'm not even sure if we're going to get one. I believe we're going to get the Bowler next week, or at least that's what we got last year. And I think that's all we're going to get next week, unless they come up with a week 7 version of Survive the Horde, which I sort of doubt because I haven't heard of any leaks in regards to week 7. But as for next week, I believe the only thing we're going to get is the Bowler. And I've reviewed the Bowler as well as Chromium Ramirez and Diecast Jonesy. I'll leave a link to those reviews in the description if you want to go check them out. But yeah, I believe the only thing we're going to get next week is the Bowler. Also, for those who don't know, the Venture season we're going to get after this one is the Blasted Badlands Venture season. And that's the one that has the Rage Meter modifier. For those who don't know what that is, the Rage Meter drastically reduces your ability cooldowns and increases their damage. Energy management is key here. It's wise to fill your energy bar before taking on the next wave of Husk. One of the best heroes you could use for this is Fossil Southie, and you don't have to use him as your commander. You can put him in your support team. You'll also want to use the Blast from the Past team perk, and using both of these things is going to allow you to regenerate your energy even with this Rage Meter modifier. So it sort of counters the Rage Meter modifier. Since that prevents your energy from regenerating, you can sort of make it regenerate on its own by using Fossil Southie with Blast from the Past. And there's a few other loadouts I would recommend, but yeah, we'll go into more detail over that new Venture season when it releases. And I believe the Imposter quest line and Hit the Road's also going to be returning on June 21st. But yeah, the main thing I wanted to go over was this week's Survive the Horde weekly challenge. Like I said, they didn't mention it in the last home base status report, and we didn't get a home base status report this week. So just wanted to give y'all a heads up in regards to this week's Survive the Horde. But yeah, knowing my luck, Epic Games will release a home base status report as soon as I upload this video. They do it every time. But yeah, that sums up everything we're going to go over for this one. I do plan on helping people get that Save the World spray on Twitch. Be sure to follow if you haven't already. And I also wanted to give a big shout out to everybody who's been using creator code A1. I really appreciate your support. But that sums up everything we're going to go over for this one. I hope y'all have an amazing day, and thanks for watching.